Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. And one thing I wanted to mention is that I'm not going to be taking different characters just for the sake of having different characters here. I actually want to beat these missions in these videos, so I'm going to be using the best characters. Like I said, I'm not going to use this bard who sucks until all 4 characters are unlocked. But I did want to mention that experience is shared among the party, so it's not like other games where if you only play with the same characters all the time, your other ones don't level up. It's just like you level up in general as long as you kill monsters and beat scenarios, so it's not bad to just use the same ones. For this one, we're going to go ahead and grab Artis, and now that I can take a second hero for being at level 3, we'll also grab Dragonbait the Paladin. There is a case to be made for the Wizard, because the Wizard has ranged attacks, obviously, and is fast. She has a speed of 6, whereas the Paladin only has a speed of 5, but let's go ahead and maybe mix it up and alternate between those two. I do think the Paladin overall is a better character. We're going to grab Holy Avenger and Swift Strikes, the 2 best at wills. We're going to take the 2 utilities that don't involve him dying. And then for daily, I'm going to grab the Compelled Duel because that's the only one that gives him any kind of range. I also got very lucky, and in the tutorial, I found a wand of fireballs for this Paladin. Today, November 3rd, is when I'm making this video. An update was released allowing you to change items between characters, which I think is really good. Because in like my first playthrough of the game, my ranger found the wand of fireballs, and I would have loved for someone else to use it, but like he was stuck being the one to have it for the whole game, so this thing got really underutilized. I'm actually really excited to have this wand on my Paladin. I don't think this thing ever runs out. I think it's just like a daily power that you have, so it's pretty damn amazing. And it's great for him to have a ranged attack you can use once a day. The fact that it does 3 damage and 1 on a miss is just gravy. So let's think about this mission. We're just trying to find the village tile. More will happen. I wish that the quests were a little bit more upfront about, you know, like if this is all that you have to do or if there's more that happens after you finish it. But in any case, right now we're just trying to explore. So you do have to be a little bit conscious in this game about your positioning, because you want to make sure that this slow character with only a speed of 5 can continuously explore. We're going to start by putting Heroism onto the Ranger, because you can't use Heroism on yourself, I believe. So the guy has 2 extra hit points now, and I'm also going to use Shen State to block the next monster from spawning. Might as well. And I'm actually going to go over here. So he'll explore this way, the Ranger can explore that way, and then hopefully this Paladin Dragonbait will be able to move somewhere else to explore. Spawn a new monster on the closest empty ambush site. Okay, I'm not going to block this. It's a little risky. Oh, right. Okay, so I just used up my Shen State, so yeah, it didn't spawn. So anyway, the next time a monster would be spawned, it will actually spawn for real this time. Alright, so here's the Ranger going to explore there. Alright, we got a little monster there. Okay, this is perfect. It actually works out very well. So what I can do with my Paladin is move here, still attack the monster, and still explore. And again, I've done the math on this. Even though Swift Strikes can be used to attack the same monster more than once, because it is a whopping 5 attack behind Holy Avenger, you're actually more likely to hit the monster with a single attack of the Holy Avenger than you are of the Swift Strikes. Of course, if you miss with the Holy Avenger, you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, but this is actually nice. I picked up Recovery. I don't need the healing, obviously, but I will get the Shen State back, and I'm going to promptly use it. You do need to be careful with this ability. It blocks monsters from spawning, well, the next monster from spawning. And that can be a bad thing if the mission is to kill monsters. Alright, so we got chests, and I want to talk about this a little bit. So, with the chests, they're always surrounded by traps, so there's always a little bit of an opportunity cost to pick them up, or maybe just a cost, which is taking damage or not exploring. And the way the chests work, as far as I understand, it's not documented in this game at all, is that not only do you draw a treasure card and maybe get something, but this is like added at the end of the scenario to your rewards. Now this right here is a common chest, so that if I understand correctly, if I open this chest, then at the end of the scenario I will open an extra common chest with with mostly common crafting materials. So I think, if I understand correctly, that when you see uncommon and rare chests, it's worth opening them to get the better crafting materials, but because common materials are basically totally worthless in this game, I'm not that crazy about opening up these common chests in general. That being said, I'm expecting this to be a pretty easy scenario, so I will just take a trap. I'll trigger it, and it was empty anyways, so I can maybe get something. Hey, we actually got a legendary item, the Daviax Cloak. This is legendary. And in my first game, it was my Paladin who found this, which is annoying, because what this does is once per day, you can use this thing that automatically dodges the next attack. One thing you have to keep in mind about this is that it automatically dodges the next attack. So even if the next attack would have missed anyway, it's still used. It's not like dodge the next one that would have hit you. So you generally want to save this for like when something difficult is coming up or you're fighting the boss monster or something, and not just necessarily use it right at the beginning of the scenario. So I'm not going to use it right yet. But yeah, I really wish that in my other game, my Paladin could have given this to any of the other characters who actually, you know, have less hit points and less armor class and would have benefited more from a dodge. Okay, so we get a 2 hit point monster. This thing is undead, which means I can kill it in 1 hit with Holy Avenger, and I'm gonna let it have advantage against me, that's fine. So it'll probably hit. Yep, there it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna think. I'm actually, I don't wanna come over here and attack it just to have another event. I'd rather explore more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have my Paladin ignore this monster and explore over here. So there's no monster over here because of Shen's state. And I'm going to take a look at this monster's information. What does this monster actually do? So it says, if the monster is within 1 tile, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero. But if I move my ranger away over here, this monster's not going to be within 1 tile of anybody because it's on a tile right here, and then this is a tile, and then this is a tile right here with my Paladin. So I'm actually just going to like run all the way over here with my ranger. Well, yeah. I guess I can take a shot at this thing first. I can still explore. That's the nice thing about having a speed of 6. I make it pretty far. So I can still explore, take 1 shot. You know, maybe I obviously missed. I rolled real low, chip away at it a little bit. Alright, closest monster gains advantage. That's fine. I'm not going to block these encounters. The advantage ones aren't that big of a deal. The biggest ones are the ones that cast spells, just so you know. Alright, so this is kind of annoying. Because if I attack this monster with my Paladin, then I won't be able to explore. I could, of course, use my wand on it. I could use my wand on this thing. I don't remember what kind of final boss fight there is, but I'll go ahead and I'll just pop the wand on this guy back here. Ooh, got a chest of gold. That's 300 gold. Very nice. And we're going to go ahead and explore this way. So I still did something productive with my action. Okay, so here we have another common chest behind some traps, and this is a dead end. Alright, let's see. Can we hit this thing? I need to have both my dice roll 5 to make this shot, and I do. And we got this thing. Okay, the Ironstone of Mastery is a piece of crap. So what this does is it makes it so that the next time you use a power, either a utility or a daily, this thing is expended and the power isn't spent. It's a legendary item, so it's way more valuable to scrap it for its resources than it is to actually use it. So whenever you pick up one of these things, it becomes kind of a mini game of try to beat the level without using any of your powers kind of a thing. So I'm going to try to remember that not to use any powers on my ranger. And I'm also going to be very greedy. I'm going to actually go over here and open this chest. I did trigger a trap for some damage. We're going to take another event here. Nothing happens. Okay, perfect. Alright, so I guess we're just playing very foolhardy. I'm going to just run up here and eat another trap to explore. Ooh, that's a complicated trap. I should have tried to block it. Ah, alright, so there's actually a Vega Pygmy Chieftain that we have to kill to win this scenario. Defeat the Vega Pygmy Chieftain. Well, it's only 5 hit points, but he spawns Vega Pygmy buddies as this goes on. What is this trap? Oh, it's disarmed. I don't know why that got disarmed. I don't know what that trap was. I could probably read it. It's a shrill alarm complex trap. Okay, whatever. So the point is, right now we're just trying to kill this guy as soon as possible. And then that shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna be very greedy though, opening this chest. That is maximum greed right there, because yeah, that means that I'm not getting an attack off. I'm gonna hang out back here. I don't know if using this will actually pop my Ion Stone when using a power. Does this count as a power? I don't know. I'm not going to take a chance. So because this is a villain, I'm going to actually block this so that neither of us gets disadvantage and is stunned. Because this is a villain, he gets to attack, or he gets to get attack in each hero's turn, rather than regular monsters. Regular monsters only attack on the turn that of the person who controls them. Oh my god, this is crazy! I'm actually blocked in, so I cannot attack this guy because these monsters are blocking me. Alright, wow, that's interesting. So, let's see. This is undead. These guys are plants, so they don't even die in one hit. So what I need to do is I need to kill this guy to make way for the villain, who still has 5 hit points. I'm gonna go over here and try to corner him. I can still block 2 more events. Alright, attack each hero with one tile. This is gonna deal 1 damage to me. That's fine, I'll take 1 damage. Alright, and he's just summoning bitches left and right. I hope they don't block me again. That would be embarrassing as hell. Okay. Alright, there's a lot of monsters here. This is starting to get pretty serious. Okay, I need to attack this guy. You'll notice that when you hover over a square, this like eye symbol appears next to monsters. That's a way that you can tell whether you have line of sight on a monster from the place that you're thinking about moving to. Man, this is going to be difficult to not use this Iron Stone of Power, unfortunately, because I really, really want to use a daily power against this villain. And I'm concerned that I'm going to end up taking too much damage if I try to not use any of my powers. Crud. Crud. Yeah, this is kind of a tough situation. I mean, I've been playing for maximum greed here, and it might bite me if I keep on doing that. Okay, I'm gonna just use it up and forgo the legendary crafting materials. Okay, so this should hit the villain for 2 damage, and it'll deal 1 damage to his buddies, which is potentially useful. Okay, so I used the Ion Stone, so I still have this power, which is cute. I'm gonna actually pop this cloak so nothing hits me the next time. And we got an event coming in. Spawn a new monster. Yeah, let's not do that. I think we actually have enough monsters already. Are all these monsters attacking every single time? That's kind of weird. They're not villains. Maybe that's the villain's special power, though. Okay. Alright, this thing... can I target that guy? Yeah, I'm gonna compel him to get his ass back here so I can punch him. Hopefully I hit with this attack. I do. So it took 3 damage. And so as long as I hit him with my next attack, I should be fine, which I definitely will because my ranger has abilities that will hit on a miss. Wow, he gets to attack and then move away still? Jeez. Alright. So yeah, maybe I could have made it without using that daily from the ranger, but at least this way I played it a little bit safer. So, yeah, let's shoot him. And that should kill him off. And it also kills an extra monster for some extra experience, I hope. Alright, sweet, so we completed it. Yeah, it was a pretty good level. We got some nice items, which we'll take a look at the moment. Here, we also opened up a couple of chests. So you'll notice that I'm getting 5 chests here instead of the 3 as promised from the mission introduction. And we did get, 1 uncommon crafting material. Whoop-de-froggin'-do. And we level up. That's good to know. Which gets a common chest. I do wish that the level ups gave better rewards. I mean, early on, getting common chests is fine, but like in my other game, I like just hit level 29, and my reward was a common chest. It's kind of silly. So yeah, you saw here that the normal reward was 3 chests, but I opened 5 because I opened 2 common chests during the scenario. In any case, let's take a look at our inventory. So we got a pretty good item here. The Boots of Elvenkind are really solid. What they do is whenever your hero encounters a challenging tile, which is a tile that draws a card from the event deck, as if you didn't explore, there's a 50% chance that you block the encounter. So you want to put these on someone who is going to be likely to explore a lot. And the Ranger's actually pretty much the best person for that, because the Ranger is very, very fast and has a utility that it lets them jump across the map. So that's pretty good. The Braces of Defense, I guess we'll keep on the Ranger, as we will the DVX Cloak. Then my Paladin just still has that Wand of Fireballs. Great. So now I actually could perhaps craft someone a main weapon. So this is very important, of course, because the main weapons give your at-will powers +1 attack, +1 damage, and dealing 2 damage with an at-will is really, really significant. So let's see, I could do it for the Ranger. And so far, it's actually the only person I can do it for. So it's tricky because eventually the common crafting items become completely worthless. So the only thing you're really missing by making an item is the 750 gold. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna actually just do it, because I'm gonna be using the Ranger at every level. This will make the Careful Shot hit a little bit more often, than it'll let me kill monsters with 2 health in 1 shot, which should make things easier. And I'm okay with spending 750 gold on the main weapons, and then maybe for the armors and everything else, we'll wait for the uncommon level. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and/or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for some more Tales from Candlekeep action.